You're watching Rain Knight Gaming.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Rain Knight Gaming. I'm Rain Knight, and in today's video, it's going to be a learning moment for you and for me. I thought I would give you guys a replay of one of the matches during my Newtype challenge, where I learned something. It's not a video replay of me doing amazing. It's me really doing something stupid, but it's a fantastic learning moment. And it's kind of hilarious. Let's jump right into it. So I am playing my purple-white aggro deck. Although this one was a little less aggro-y. I did play some high-end. I played the suppression, freedom, stuff like that. So it's more of a mid-range, I guess. And I was playing against... Well, I won't tell you what I'm playing against because I want you to kind of have the same reaction that I had while I was playing this. So far, I open up really good. I've got 2 gem drops right off the beginning, going right into a 3-2. He is opening a lot of good blockers, but I've got a little bit of a jump on him because, I'm actually starting up pretty good. The 2-4 Lithiths are definitely hard to get through, especially with this build, because I actually wasn't playing, was it Final Strike, the one that destroys? Which is stupid. That card's amazing. So there were times where I was kind of just a little stuck, attacking and then not getting through stuff. It's one thing I did learn from this and a couple other games is sometimes it's better to not attack and just build that board up. And I was kind of in the middle of learning a little bit about that right here. So there's definitely some times in this match where maybe I should have attacked and I didn't. So you can kind of see me go through my stuff. But I was able to pop his guy up and hit in, get rid of his EX base. He chose not to block because he just wanted to keep his blocker there. And he knew he wasn't going to be able to completely stop that attack. The guy I'm playing, really good player. We were actually both undefeated at this point, and we were at table 1. And you know what happens usually when I'm at table 1? I lose. So we're cruising so far, and so far he has played all white cards. So I know there's a couple options. He's either playing Wing Blocker, or he's playing the Epion build, or he's playing just like a blue-white blocker build. It could be any number of those things right there. I didn't see him play his earlier match. So I was just kind of going with how long his match had gone, and I knew he had almost gone to time the round before. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to assume he's playing a long-range deck there, and see what the second color is. Still hitting in, I have not seen what his second color is, and we're actually getting, a little further in. He is currently level 5 now, 6 with his EX resource. So we're getting close to that turn 8 where, you're usually in trouble of getting wing zeroed. So in this turn and the next turn, I have to decide, how I'm going to play it. Again, all white cards showing up here, and he's able to clip down my board a little bit more. But I'm starting to feel like he is playing the blue-white Epion build, just because the last tournament I'd gone to had won, and I knew it was a good deck, and I knew people had been playing it. So I kind of started in the back of my head, forgetting about Wing, forgetting about other blocker builds, and just thinking, okay, he's doing Epion. How can I beat Epion? Well, it's like, doesn't have a ton of life left. He's only got, I think, like 4 shields left. So it's like, if I can build up a board, get rid of his blockers, I can just like zerg in and win the game. I had a decent hand size. It wasn't great, but I was doing okay. I hadn't just wasted stuff. Another shield pop, another white card. And, trying to figure out what I want to do. I have my base up there just in case he played any breach stuff, which I didn't see any breach stuff to this point. So I'm loading up the board here, and I'm thinking, okay, if he has a slower turn anytime, I'm going to be able to just put it right on the gas and do some work. But he keeps on bouncing my stuff up. Got the Epion, not the Epion, he's got the Ale Strike, and he is bouncing stuff up to my hand. So I'm actually keeping a decent hand size because instead of destroying things, he's just bouncing them back and back. So he does, do some trading, but I still have a board, and I'm like, okay, I've got a pretty good size here. I think I'm just going to kind of go for it. I think he's playing Epion. I think I have a good chance if I load up the board, I can actually really do some damage on the following turn. I finally get out a bigger card. I get my freedom, and I'm sitting here. I'm like, okay, do I want to attack? And I was like, okay, I'm not going to attack because I'm just going to wait for the next turn, and that's when I'm going to, really go after it with what I have left in my hand. But I was wrong. He was playing Wing Zero, and yeah, I did not think he was playing Wing Zero. It was kind of funny. We actually all had a really good laugh about it because he didn't even realize he hadn't played any green cards to this point. So it was pretty hilarious how that happened. And he was just like, oh, I hadn't even realized I hadn't played any green cards. We're like, oh, it's the long con, If he had done it on purpose, it would have been pretty awesome. But at this point, again, I should have slowed down and tried to get my head back in the game. I still had a chance because I played suppression cards, all this kind of stuff. And if I got decent draws in the next couple turns, I could have gotten back into the game. But that drop, it just destroyed me. It put me on tilt, and I didn't take the time to get back in a good mindset. When I saw that come down, I was like, I lost. This game is over. No chance. And so I started playing poorly. I started forgetting how to do stuff. And, he had to, he's like, oh, you can't do that. I misplayed a couple times. And it's just one of those things where, like, once you get on that tilt and you don't get back off of it, you're really just beating yourself. I mean, was I probably going to lose this anyway after that round? Probably. But going through the turns, talking with some of the people, it's like, you had a chance. And it's like, I had a decent chance if I had gotten some different reads, all this kind of cards and stuff. But because I was just not in the right mind space, I didn't trade well, didn't swing correctly, I didn't play things in their correct orders, all that kind of stuff, and just what happens. So at this point in the game, I've got a pretty decent board. He just threw in an Nibiru because that's basically what that Wing Zero was. He basically nibbed me and I didn't get a token. So now he is like, okay, I'm going to start taking this together, and he knows he's got a pretty good board going, and he's going to start to try to finish off that game so I don't have as much of an opportunity to come back. Because, let's see, he's got almost a full board. I think he has 5 right now, and 2 of them are blockers. I'm in trouble. At this point, the game is pretty much over. But again, if I would have kept my mind in it, I might have been able to do a little bit better and then do things in the correct orders. But I didn't end up doing that. Go and let the rest of this game play out, but you pretty much see what's going to happen. He is able to just clean it up and take the game pretty easily once he did that. At the end here, it was actually really funny because I was like, oh man, if you pull another Wing Zero and win this game with it, that's hilarious. And it's exactly what happened. Because right here, I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to load the board up. And he ends up drawing the Wing Zero, or he ended up drawing the hero to actually link with it, which was even funnier because he was able to just drop it and win like that. He didn't need to, but because I had said that, I was like, it was just too perfect. See right there, drops it and swings for the win. Super fun. Looking back, super fun match. I really did enjoy talking to them, and I learned a lot from this match. And I really want to thank, him and the guys around me that talked through it afterwards, because I really kind of figured out what I did poorly on there. And, if you can recognize things that you did poorly in a match, you can move to correct them in later matches. So what I learned from this, Get better on your reads, and don't think somebody's playing Epion when they're playing Wing Zero. But really, if you get on tilt, take the time, calm down, get your head back in the game, and then refocus. Sometimes I even say, look up away from the board, blank out your mind for a second, and then look back down and zoom back in. Forget about what happened and just move forward from there. So that's going to be it for me today, guys. Hopefully you like these videos. Hopefully you like seeing me lose. And if you do, go down, like, subscribe. I love putting out these videos. I love hearing from you guys. But hey, you know what I always say. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And I'll see you in the next one. See ya.